Is it worth being a mangaka in today's age? Which is asinine. Remember that many mangakas suffer from health problems. It's difficult knowing that the author of this amazing series suffers so much from health problems, so that mangaka don't necessarily have to suffer so much just to release a series that they want to share to the world. Konnichiwa, minasan! Kyo desu. Is it worth being a mangaka in today's age? We're gonna try to tackle that question here, but before we get started, guys, we are close to 200,000 subscribers. So if you haven't done it already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is widely known in the manga and anime community that being a mangaka is difficult. And I want to take a look at one of my favorite mangaka of all time, Togashi Yoshihiro. Togashi Yoshihiro is one of the most known mangaka of all time. He has some legendary series under his belt, including Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you're a fan of both of these series, you probably know about how often Togashi takes a hiatus because of health reasons. And in the past, he's talked about how he almost died creating Yu Yu Hakusho. And because serious health problems arose during that time, he kind of had to rush the ending of Yu Yu Hakusho. And of course, we know currently Hunter x Hunter oftentimes goes on extended hiatuses, and we oftentimes don't know when Hunter x Hunter is going to return. Thankfully, at the recording of this video, Hunter x Hunter has returned, but I wouldn't be shocked if in the future Hunter x Hunter does go on another hiatus. And even Togashi Yoshihiro himself came up with a formula that kind of gave an estimate on how much hours average a mangaka gets to sleep. And if I'm quoting this formula right, I think at the end he said mangaka typically only get 4 hours of sleep a day, which is asinine. Human beings need at least 8 hours of sleep, and if a mangaka is only getting 4 hours a day, it's no wonder that many mangakas suffer from health problems. I remember even the mangaka of The Gray Man had to take off for health reasons. I remember there's interviews in which Akira Toriyama said he would actually tell his editor that he was allergic to ink so he wouldn't have to release a chapter that week. I remember recently the mangaka of Jujutsu Kaisen actually had to take a month off for health reasons. There's another manga called Gangsta in which the author of that manga, she actually had to take off for health reasons as well. And we all know the recent passing of Kentaro Miura, which was the author and mangaka of Berserk, legendary guy in the industry. He also had some severe health issues that really prevented him from releasing Berserk monthly. And I'm pretty sure there's countless other mangaka I'm mentioning that do have health problems here and there, or severe health problems. And sometimes it has me thinking, is it worth it in today's society to become a mangaka? We know that the manga industry is really meant to crap out manga as much as possible, as soon as possible. And oftentimes a mangaka is slaving just to meet deadlines to release a chapter weekly. And for example, publications like Shonen Jump are known to act series very early because they're either not popular or they're not really given a chance. And in some ways, I do compare the mangaka industry to the music industry, in which there's a lot of people who want to make it big, but very few pass and actually do make it an impact in the industry. And it has me thinking sometimes, is there something that maybe Japan or the mangaka industry can do to make it easier for people to create manga and to share the stories that they want to share with the world? For example, comics in America is done a bit differently. From what I know, it's usually a team of people working on a certain issue, and one person usually does a story while another person does the illustration and another person does the art. And even though in the mangaka industry, you do have sometimes a pair of people, one does the story, one does the art, most mangaka oftentimes are doing the story and the art at the same time. And if you're lucky, you probably do have an assistant or a team of people to help you, like Ichiro Oda does. He does have a team of people that do help him with backgrounds and so on and so forth. But I think for most mangaka who start out, it's mainly a solo project. I remember even watching this one foreign YouTuber who wanted to be a mangaka in Japan, and it took him a long time to get to a point where his art was decent. However, when he submitted his work to a manga company in Japan, they basically asked him, how fast can you make a chapter? Basically, the guy was telling him, hey, you have to produce this kind of quality weekly in order to become a published work on our company, in our company. And from that point on, that YouTuber kind of gave up on his dream, because he said there's no way I can keep up that volume of art in the time in which they've given me. If we're being honest, for most mangaka, a week is definitely not enough time sometimes to even release a chapter. And for me, there's a huge trend of mangaka becoming sick or having health issues every now and then. I think that's a reflection of the type of work ethic that the manga industry demands from a person. And I think that if Japan wants to improve on this problem, I think they need to reconsider how they publish manga or how they release manga. Because again, quoting back to Togashi Yoshihiro, if a man who did manga almost died from finishing a series, I can't imagine how much other stuff or how much hardship other mangaka go through just to release a title on a weekly or monthly basis. But one solution I do see, for example, is online manga. For example, Shonen Jump has released a new publication called Jump Plus, in which mangakas seem to have a bit more freedom in when they want to release their series. And I believe it's worked for example, Fujimoto, the mangaka of Chainsaw Man, in which he's able to release whenever he wants, not necessarily on a weekly basis like he did in part 1 of Chainsaw Man. I think that kind of helps mangaka to breathe a bit, so they don't necessarily have to rush to meet deadlines. Overall, I love manga, I consume manga, I read manga, and definitely I do feel bad sometimes that I enjoy series that took a lot of difficulty to make. Even when I read Hunter x Hunter, sometimes it's difficult knowing that the author of this amazing series suffers so much from health problems. It definitely motivates me to support the author's work, in which I don't believe people should be pirating the work. I believe if you like something, you should buy it. If you want to check out a piracy video, click on this link or in the description below. But overall, you know, I think mangakas should deserve to get paid for the work that they do. But I also want to make sure, or I wish that the manga industry would kind of rethink a lot of what they do as a business, so that mangaka don't necessarily have to suffer so much just to release a series that they want to share to the world. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。